Hey YouTubes, Redneck Brian here. I'm out here with the new tractor, the 18.5 IC Briggs here, the twin. I drained the oil. It was pretty bad, white, pretty much white, milky color, meaning there was most likely water got in there. So I'm just going to give it a quick spin. Gotta unhook the spark plugs, definitely. So this thing will start up. And I just noticed it has mismatched plugs on it. Not a big deal. So I'm just going to crank it a little wee bit. Hopefully the battery's holding. Now what I'm going to do is, I got 3 things of oil. I'm going to put one in, and then I'm going to spin the motor with the jumper pack on it probably, so it's not too hard on my charger. And then I'm going to drain it again, and I'm going to put the two quarts in that are going to stay in it, just to help to clean out the inside of the engine. So let's do that right now. So you see there's a little bit of white around that area there, and you can see it right in the hole down there. This actually came loose relatively easy, which is okay. Hopefully it'll go back in. There it goes. Do not want to strip that. That is for sure. The other nice thing about this one, it's got the floor mats, and the other one did not. So there's a few nicer things about this one, and there's a few crappy things about this one that I like. I don't like, but it's good. So I bought 3 quarts of oil, $4 a piece. I may not put the full in there. We'll have to wait and see. There's some of the specs on the motor. I'll clean up this motor a bit eventually. Didn't buy expensive oil, so that's why I just bought the cheapie. That should be good. More than enough in there. Just do what I'm doing. Imagine this motor will take 1 and a bit to fill it, so. I thought that was a year for the battery. It says 6/11, so 6 months of 2011. So that is a new battery. So yeah, June. Again, I'm not starting it. Just curious if the battery is taking a charge at all. That should be good. Hopefully it went through the oil, like the oil stuff in there. I know it doesn't have an oil pump because it's not pressure lubed, but that should be good. Now let's see what color the oil is. And when I went to go get the oil, I was letting it drain, so. Much better. See, there's still a little bit of white in there, as you can see, but it's in there. So I'm using a piece of plywood. Still a heck of a lot better than it was. I think I'll just have to do this once. Most likely this thing's sat out, so. And the crank bolt the crank pulley on this is stuck on there, so I have the bolt out, but I'm actually going to drive it around with no bolt in there. Hopefully that will vibrate loose. It's not a good idea to do that, don't recommend it, but I got the only way to get the belt on there, I had to take the tensioner off, which is right over there. So I'm going to let this drain. We'll crank the motor a little wee bit again. A little bit of oil blow by came out the tube, which is perfectly fine. And that should be good. I think this cable here is on backwards, because I think that should be up at the solenoid. I'll switch some of that stuff around. But overall, this thing's it's not horrible. I have no idea about the headlights, so let's see if they come on. Nope, no headlights. They could be only when it's running, so I have to wait and see. It does have the knockout though for a normal headlight switch, so I might be taking advantage of that. So let's put the dipstick or the drain tube back in, and actually it's still draining. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take this thing for a quick spin and see what it does. As you heard, it does have a new starter on it, which is nice. That starter alone is worth half of what I paid for this engine. The engine on this alone is worth what I paid for this tractor. I'm actually going to tell you, I paid $250 for this tractor, and I gave the guy $30 to bring it to me. Yeah, he drove up in a Hemi Charger, actually. No, sorry, a Hemi. It's one of those station wagon ones. I can't think of what they call them. Dodge Magnum or something, Hemi Magnum or something like that. But it had a Hemi, so pretty sweet car. And pulling the trailer, and so I was okay with paying that price, because what I paid for it, this engine is worth every penny. So tractor ain't worth much because it doesn't look like much, but I'm still debating on what I'm doing. I still got all day tomorrow to think about it. So I want to drive this thing around and see how it does, and then I will decide. So I'll talk to everyone later, and I may do a video on the test drive. I haven't yet decided, and I'll have to wait and see. Bye for now.